Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our daily word. This morning it is Wednesday, and as always, I'm grateful that you would carve out time to be with me as we share our lives together and continue our conversations through Scripture and what it means for us and how we apply it to our lives on a daily basis, and maybe just how it makes us live a little bit better with some excellent guidance in our lives. So, as always, I'm grateful when you offer greetings and that you've chosen to be with me and share our time together. Just a reminder that today is the last daily word for the week. I will not be on again until Monday for the daily word. Diane and I are going out of town for a few days. And so won't be here Monday, but hopefully you'll join us Sunday morning at 10:15 for worship. We have a great worship planned as always. So thanks for being with me this morning. I have chosen for our scripture Matthew 12:38 through 39 today as our text and conversation, and it's this. Then some of the scribes and Pharisees said to Jesus, "Teacher, we wish to see a sign from you." But he answered them, "An evil and adulterous generation asks for a sign, but no sign will be given to it except the sign of the prophet Jonah." My grandsons are still talking about the eclipse. They were here Monday all day for the eclipse, and they were here yesterday for just a little bit, but they came running in the house and we started talking about it again. This amazing thing that happened. Hopefully, they remember it for the rest of their lives. Hopefully, they remember that we did this together for the rest of their lives because it was pretty cool. Now, some people saw it as a sign, and I did too. A conversation, a sign about God's creation. It was a gift. I was joking, and kind of not with people that this was the eclipse, not the apocalypse, and that we should be careful. And if you were listening to someone who said it was a sign of the apocalypse, you probably should start listening to someone else. Just clearly, you should. But we love signs, right? And to me, it was just an amazing gift of God's creation. And NASA scientists can predict when this is going to happen. I don't know if you've seen the maps, but it's an amazing thing. In 2045, if I live long enough, I could drive a little bit south and experience it again. And in 21 years, I'll be 81, but my grandsons, they'll be old enough to drive me there. We all look for signs, though, right? Signs that we've done a good job, signs that we're making a difference, signs that we've made the right decision. We all look for signs. It's part of our human nature or something, right? It's this longing that we have for a sign to know that we're doing the right things in life. We all have them. So the Pharisees come to Jesus and they want a sign. Give us a sign. We want to know if it's really you. And I wonder, Jesus kind of gives them an interesting response. He really points them towards the resurrection. If you look deeply at this, but he gives them an interesting response. And I wonder, and I read this earlier today. I wonder if he said, "So, did you miss me feeding the 5,000? That amazing thing that happened, which was really more than 20,000 people, including women and children. Did they miss the fact that he gave sight to Bartimaeus, this man born blind from birth? Did they miss the fact that he restored the woman who touched his cloak, who'd been bleeding for 12 years? Did they miss that sign that she was healed? How about the little girl who was dead and he brought her back to life? What about the sun that rises every day, the water that we drink, the food that we eat, the trees that bear fruit?" I'm going to post a picture maybe today if I get a good picture of it. There's a sign. There's a tree. You've seen it. There's a tree planted in memory of my dad. I can see it outside my office window at the church. And it's gorgeous. It's a tree that's like the trees that are Washington, D.C., that are blooming now, except it blooms twice a year. It's a pretty incredible gift. And to me, every year about this time, as it begins to bloom, it's a sign to me, a sign of resurrection, a sign of life, a sign of my dad living in me. Jesus, Jesus reminds the Pharisees and reminds us that we have signs of God everywhere around us. In the tree that's in the churchyard in memory of my dad, in my tulips that people claim it was a deer. I really think somebody took them. But either way, the signs of my young grandsons still enamored about the eclipse and the amazing thing that that was. Signs all around us that God is present with us. And we don't need some miraculous thing in our life. We simply need to look around and see what God has done in our midst. So I wonder, what signs of God's love and presence do we see? And do we just chalk it up as nothing? Do we say it's not important? Do we push it off to the side? Do we say it's coincidence? Or do we really trust that God continues to move in the world and in our lives? And that's an important question for us, I think, that we trust that God moves in us. And so, maybe, just maybe, we've missed the signs all around us. And if we have, let's slow down a bit. Let's look for God being present with us. So that's our daily word for the day. I hope it's a good word for you. I hope that you, like me, will take the time to look at the signs that are all around us of God's presence. So thanks for joining me today. I will see you Sunday morning, 10:15, or again here at 10 o'clock on Monday morning. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And as always, so importantly, know of God's love that surrounds you and know of my love for you.